Hello, everybody, and welcome to day one of the 21-day Success Mindset Challenge. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm really grateful to have you here, and I'm excited to be setting the foundations for the next 21 days and actually anything in business. Today's episode is all about why mindset always trumps strategy. I know that's a bold claim to make. So I always refer back to these quotes from two people that absolutely know in the industry. Tony Robbins always says that success is 80% psychology and only 20% mechanics. And Bob Proctor always used to say that it was 95% mindset and only 5% strategy. So somewhere between that 5 and 20%, that's what we could be looking at, spending all our time focusing on the strategy. But we tend to get it the other way around. We forget that the biggest part of our success comes down to who we are, how we're thinking. Our thoughts create everything. Our thoughts create our world. Our thoughts are what bring everything to us. They create our point of attraction. So if we are not thinking in alignment with our goals, if we're not thinking in terms of success, if our mind is overridden with seeds of doubt and fear and things that cripple our actions, then how are we ever going to create that success in our business? So the way to think about it is our thoughts create our emotions. Okay, so everything starts with an idea in the mind. Everything starts with the thought, and our thoughts create our emotions. Depending on how we feel, and you'll know this to be true from your day-to-day activity in your business, depending on how we feel will impact the actions that we take that day. So if you had to do something really big and bold, if you had to do something that was going to get you out of your comfort zone, if you woke up that morning feeling really crappy, or maybe a little bit sad, or maybe a little bit frustrated, or just like you don't believe in yourself, like you're struggling to actually believe that this is real and it's really possible for you, are you going to take those bold actions? Are you going to make courageous moves in your business? Are you going to leap out of your comfort zone and just go for it? Probably not. So and that's all because of the thoughts that you were thinking first. The thoughts create the emotions. The emotions impact and really dictate the actions that we're going to take. And all of that together creates our results. And it actually creates the vibration that we're in. So when we think about law of attraction, like attracts like, we can only ever attract into our lives the equivalent to what we're sending out through our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. So if we want more, we have to be more. For us to be more, we have to think more. We have to think in a different way. So life, one of the episodes we're going to cover this week is life is a mirror of your mind. Everything you see in front of you is a projection of how you think. It's your consciousness being realized, being objectified outside in the outside world. So how you think is so important. So let me give you some examples. In my first episode that I did, where I explained a little bit about my story, I talked about how I was attempting to do different businesses, try different businesses out, but I hadn't done any work on my mindset. So I was carrying with me false beliefs, limiting beliefs, limitations, poor self-image, a really poor self-image, a lot of doubt, not a lot of self-belief, not a lot of confidence, not a high self-esteem. So it was really, really difficult to get these things off the ground when I was feeling like that about myself, right? So when I was trying the affiliate marketing, I knew that really what I needed to be doing was going out there on video, getting, out there on social media, showing myself, showing my face, connecting, building an audience, building connection with people. But instead, I decided to hide behind a blog. I'll just start a blog instead, because that was easier. That was safer. No one would see me. I could hide. So this was all coming from me subconsciously thinking that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't going to win, that who was I to be talking? No one would want to hear anything I had to say. So that led to me thinking, let's find an easy way to do this. Let's do something that doesn't put me out there. What could I get on board with that feels safe? Which then led to the emotions. The thinking led to the emotions of I don't feel safe. It's scary going out there online. It's scary. What if people judge me? What if people laugh at my videos? What if I get it wrong? What if I say something wrong? God, I was so paranoid about that. So all of these thoughts and emotions then led me to staying hidden behind my computer on a blog that no one ever saw, right? So what were the results that I got from that? Nada, nothing. I spent months and months writing these blogs, doing all this work, busying myself. This is what we tend to do, isn't it? If we make ourselves busy, we feel better. We're justifying it to ourselves that it needs to be done. But is that busy work producing results? Much of the time, the answer is no, it's not. If we look at the 80-20% principle, Pareto principle, then actually 20% of what we do creates 80% of our results. So we don't need to be doing the busy work, but it's our thoughts, our beliefs, our thoughts, our emotions and our actions that lead us to doing this and then getting the results. So if you're not getting results that you want in your business, backtrack it, reverse engineer it. Where is this all coming from? What are the actions you're taking? Why are you taking those actions? How are you feeling when you're taking them? What are the thoughts behind those feelings? Why are you doing what you're doing? What are the thoughts going on in your mind? Okay. Just think, if I had come from a completely different level of mind, if I had got into affiliate marketing, knowing that I was going to nail it, knowing that my success was inevitable, really believing that to every core of my body, thinking like that, how differently would I have thought? I certainly wouldn't have gone to do a blog. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with blogs at all. People make a lot of money on blogs, but I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I was doing it to hide. If I believed my success was inevitable, if I believed in my message, if I believed I had something to share, I'd be out there. I'd be out there showing myself. I wouldn't have felt shame and embarrassment. I wouldn't have been hiding and feeling like an imposter. I would have been out there and doing it anyway. I would have felt the fear and I would have done it anyway. I would have leaned into the fear. I would have still done it. I would be going out of my comfort zone because I knew my success was inevitable. So I knew it was just part of the process. So I'd go and do these things. And because my mind would have been in a completely different state, it would have been attracting different thoughts. So Abraham Hicks always talks about there's two ends of the stick, right? There's a negative for every positive. So while I was stuck in hiding mode, thinking this is hard, I can't do it. If I'd come from a belief that my success was inevitable, I would have been thinking, how exciting. How's it going to happen? How's it going to happen? I'm open to the ideas. I'm open to the inspiration. Like, I would be open to receiving these new thoughts instead of blocking them all off, narrowing my vision and my perspective down to tunnel vision of where I was, what I was looking at, how I was stuck. I would have an expanded mind where I'd be open to brand new ideas, open to inspiration, into listening to my intuition. That's the difference, because the trajectory of where you go can be so vastly different from the thoughts that you start with, right? I'm hoping that you can see that, and I'm sure you can. So I like to, when I teach, when I run workshops, when I'm coaching my clients, I like to talk about it as being, let's look at this like building a house. Okay. Imagine that you're building £1 million house, a multi-million-pound house, £10 million house, however much you want. So you're building this amazing, incredible house. Now we get so caught up with what it's going to look like. We want the pool, we want the interior decor. We're thinking about the rooms, how they're going to look, the look and the feel. Like, we've got our eyes on the lampshades and the sofas and the big vases and all of this stuff. But that's the interior decor, right? That's the interior design. That's the last thing that needs to go in to this house. It's the very last thing. So much has to happen first. So much that doesn't get credit. So if you've got this incredible, amazing, multi-million-pound house, it needs to be built on something very, very strong. So the foundations are absolutely critical. You could spend 250 grand doing up this house, just, furnishing it. But if you've built it on shallow foundations or weak foundations, that whole thing is going to crumble, right? It's just going to come to the ground. So this is what your mind is like. This is what mindset, and I don't want to just say mindset work, because it's not just mindset. We're talking about subconscious here as well. We're talking about the whole thing. How you think is like the foundations for this multi-million-pound house. It's crucial because it's going to affect every single action you take in your business. It's going to affect every single outcome. It's going to create every outcome, right? It's going to create your point of attraction. So you're either going to draw things that help you, or you're going to draw to you more problems. And this is all coming from how you're thinking. So imagine if you've got weak foundations in your business, so weak mindset that isn't yet aligned to your success and your vision for the future. Things like self-sabotage stop us in our tracks, don't they? Procrastination, overwhelm, doubt, fear. How much is this showing up in your business right now? These things are normal, but we need to know how to navigate through them, how to overcome them, how to move despite them, how to reprogram our mind for success, how to build more courage, how to build more confidence, how to build more self-belief, how to really embody the feeling that what we want is already done. That's what we need. That's the strong foundations for the business, because then we can ride the bumps and the humps. We're going to get road bumps. It's inevitable. This is just what happens. But when we build ourselves up from the inside out, when we make our mindset as solid as we can make it, when we do this inner work, we can ride through it. We can make it through it. We can overcome everything. And we do, and we will get to our end result, get to our end goal, and we can live that vision of life that we've got, right? So think of it like your house. And right now, I'll leave you with that idea. What in your business right now, think about how you're thinking. What is going wrong in your business? What are you frustrated by? Where do you feel stuck? What are the thoughts at the very root of that? Just give yourself some time, maybe journal on it. And then see what it is that's causing this. Because if you change your thoughts, you can change everything. You can change your outcomes completely. And if you want help, I have a gift for you as well. I do have a gift that can help you start shifting your mind, start shifting how you're thinking, start shifting your vibration and your emotions. And it's 95 powerful affirmations to manifest success, abundance, and wealth. And it comes with an audio, with music, and it also comes with a list of 95 affirmations that you can start using to start reprogramming your mind for success. So that's my gift for you. Journal on that question today, because it's going to help you. It's going to help you shift, and it could help you get massively different results. So I hope you enjoyed today's show, and I will be seeing you for the next one.